What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Jad here from Puma Plow, playing some more Farming Simulator 22. We're back on M Creek 4X by Stevie. Let's get to it. I remember giving you talk power, Goaty.
Oh, sorry. What's up?
Sorry. Hi. I said hello.
What's up?
And Bear's here. Trying to stay warm, right?
I'm here,
Yeah.
but I've got a mouthful of pizza.
All good.
I'm not here.
All good. I wouldn't be here either. Okay. Mrs. Professor, it is supposed to be in the 50s here next week, yes. So we're going from like negative, I'm pretty sure I saw -7 last night to 57 or something, you know? Colder than normal, exactly, Trent. That's okay. I've got a blanket over my lap. I'm good. Same to you, man. Welcome in. How are you? I'm chilling, chat. We're chilling. All right. Weather's warmer than. What's that like, Metallic? Do we need to start those trucks back up, Goaty, on auto drive, or are they dumping?
I can check.
I'm not sure. So, chat, we have a pretty good price for our soybeans, about $500 higher than like the last year high price. So we're just gonna go ahead and we have like 3.3 million soybeans.
One of them have a problem.
Okay. At like 3.3 million soybeans, so we're gonna send it. We're gonna send it. So that's what we're doing, chat. We are full send with the soybeans. Yeah. Trent, I'm thinking about doing some sun tanning next week, you know, when it's like 50, right? I look so Midwestern right now, don't you know? Oop, Professor, let me squeeze right past you. Hang on, I gotta go get the casserole out of the oven. I wish it was a hot dish, it would warm me up, you know? Is that better, Professor? We'll just, you know, say all the things. The worst part earlier today, when I first came out here, Chad, it was 33 degrees in this room. Okay. And I literally couldn't touch the keyboard and mouse. It's better now. It's fine now. We're up to 59. I had Rust loaded earlier. Just tried to like warm it up in here with the computer. Got a couple heaters running. I'm good. We'll be okay. Just put more layers on, right? That's really how you stay warm when it's this cold. Just put more layers on. Yeah. That is definitely something you can do. Do you want to dump that one in here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get this load out and then I'll back up far enough on my next one. You can drive in here. Sorry, Professor. Mrs. Professor, I said this the other day to Professor, but thank you for the Christmas card, Mrs. Professor. Do appreciate it. I walked in the house the other night and Dad was sitting there holding it. I'm like, well, what? Well, what is that? Probably Mrs. Professor. Yeah. Just need a hoodie and shorts. Wow, Metallic. Wow. All right, go. So when it's this cold, Mr. Professor, I do not turn off the PCs. I don't turn off my monitors. Everything stays on, which I know is horrible for, like, you know, energy usage and stuff. I'm aware. Everything stays on. I did leave a heater on low out here last night. I'm gonna have to do something a little bit different for tomorrow because it's gonna be just as cold tonight. GG's Metallic, nice. Oh goodness, Black Cat, that's not good. That's like my biggest fear through this like whole winter storm was losing power. The last thing I want to do is lose power. Because that happens, I think I'm gonna take both PCs in the house because we'll keep the house warm. We won't keep this room out here warm at all. So, time to break out the propane. No. Wait, what are you doing? Cody?
Oh, it's full.
Oh, it's full right now?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Go make some money.
I'm trying. Get this goatee guy in my way, you know? Sorry. Oh, it is full. You're right. 1,000,000 liters. Let's go. Let's go. Hit the share. I got some metallic. Yeah. Mrs. Professor, that's pretty much everything right now. So I appreciate the thought. It's the thought that counts, you know? Yeah, it's the thought that counts for sure, because there isn't much that tastes good to me. Although that big sandwich I talked about, I totally went to the grocery store yesterday and I like got 2 of those. So I had one for lunch today. Oh, so good. So good. Coach, all good. How you doing today? Glad to be back farming myself as well, you know? Back. Trent, you just know it's warm under the right. I had a hard time getting out of bed this morning. I won't lie to anybody. Okay. I had a hard time. I'm like, it's cold in the house. I know it's cold in the house. I'm nice and warm where I'm at. I'm scrolling TikTok. Like, I'm good. You know? I didn't want to get up at all.
Okay, train.
You betcha, Big Al. You betcha. It's chilly, man. Oh, hey,
John?
hey. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a trailer with 2 signs inside?
Did you get hit by the train goat?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
We gonna need to pick that up with Strong Farmer goat?
I think so.
Okay. Wow. Sam, what's going on? Happy to be back on the farm. Yeah. Shadow Aries, what's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate y'all being here, chat. How's it going, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day, staying warm. Horse helper. To be honest, Professor, I don't know. I think it should do it automatically, but I've not actually used horse helper on 22 at least. We used it a little bit back in 19, but in 22, I never used it. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't. It should do it automatically though. Chat, does anybody use horse helpers? Anybody know? Yeah, chat, there's like snow in my driveway, and I always take pride in having a nice clean driveway during your snowstorms. Not today. Not today. And no, I'm not cleaning anybody else's driveway either. No BMW driveways will be cleaned, okay? Not doing it.
Have you been at that place?
Have I? No.
Huh?
No. I didn't leave I'm not going outside today, bro. It's too cold. I was outside yesterday with a negative 20-degree wind chill. And I decided that I was done going outside after that, so. Next time I go outside, hopefully will be tomorrow to go to my sister's. But that's just,
that's
you know.
cold.
Yeah,
that's not just cold. That's really cold.
That's cold. Yeah, huh? All right, Cody, I'll back up this time.
Yep.
Yeah, Trent, we didn't really get a lot of snow. It's hard to tell because with all the wind, it was really, really hard to tell. Like the concrete that I have right outside the house here has no snow on it. But there's places in the yard that have a couple inches. She got me on speed dial when it snows. She hasn't called me or texted me, Yuleberry, so I don't know. And if she does, I'm just going to be like, yo, your dad doesn't need to go anywhere.
Have you received a Christmas card from her?
Oh.
Okay.
No. No, definitely not. Let's see. You rebought the game. Sam, I actually do have it. I have an extra one too, but yes, I do. Yep. Minus 37 wind chill. It is too cold to do anything. You betcha. Betcha. Minus 8 and still dropping. Oh man. But
You're just gonna leave this one here?
Fine. That's fine. Yeah. And you know, the local weather anyway kind of nailed it. They were like, this is not going to be a big snow event. It's going to be a big cold event, not a big snow event. So. Right, Big Al? That's when you open the oven after you're done cooking, right? You kind of crack it a little bit. Not gonna lie, yep. Apparently my aunt said something. I guess my dad had the stove on for a while this morning. We have an electric stove, so it's okay. You can do that. You know, you can turn it on and leave it cracked. It's okay. But yeah. Well, battery bank for my PC. Offhand, I don't know, Blackhead. I can get you a link in the future, like when I'm not streaming. Yeah. You had to. Oh, dang, Rocks. That's awful, man. That is awful. Yep, I get you. Message me sometime when I'm not streaming, Blackhead. I'll get you a link. Or just like roughly the same size one. Offhand, I don't know what they are. I'd have to look it up. Cody, we're making money, bro. We're
money and beans.
Money. We still have 1.6 to go. Let's go. Let's do it, dudes. You betcha, Trent. Yep. Like I said, I think he had it on this morning in the house. It's not warm in my house right now. It's not that bad, but it's not, you know. My house is like 60-ish years old, and like insulation, I mean, it's a thing, but like not really a thing. Let's be real. And like with the wind that we have, I was sitting in a recliner in my living room earlier, and I was like, there is a breeze in this room. You know? It's like there is just a cool breeze through the house right now. You can just feel it. So kind of a whole thing, you know? Yeah. It's going nice and chilly, but it's going. So chat, like I was saying before, I don't know how long I'm here for. I don't know. I kind of think tonight would be a great ham and bean soup night for dinner. And actually Dad makes that. So there's a ham in my fridge that my brother brought over the other day. I don't know if it's for my sisters or if it's for us to eat. So if it's for us, then I'm assuming he'll make that soup tonight. If not, I will have to stop at some point to make some dinner for the fam, but I might come back after that. We'll just kind of play it by ear how cold it gets out here, you know? Just saying. Ryan, you bought a heated blanket. You were warm last night. Nice. Nice.
Isn't that what Woody says in Toy Story? There's a ham in my fridge.
He says there's a snake in my boots.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, come on, Barry. You have kids.
I like there's a ham in my fridge better.
That's pretty good, actually. There's a ham in my fridge. Goodness. But definitely tonight would be a good, like, you know, ham and bean soup night, because it's nice and warm and fills you up, you know. Yeah. And nice, Big Al. Nice. I actually went to do that today, Fire Shadow, but for some reason now you have to log into your Microsoft account to load Flight Sim. And I didn't remember my password at the current second, so I was just like, whatever. So then I went to load up, I was going to load Red Dead Redemption 2 because it runs my computer really hard. And then it wanted me to log into the Rockstar launcher, and I'm like, man, I don't know that password either. So then I just went and played Rust. So yeah. Farmer Ryan, I'm sorry. Hopefully you get better soon. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Hopefully you'll get better soon, man. Hopefully. 1.2 mil. Man, that's good. We're swimming in cash now, y'all. This will buy the rest of the map, I do believe. Which is the goal for today, or not necessarily today, but making this money is the goal with the money. Buy it all. We running out, goat? It's like 700 something. We still got 700,000 somewhere.
Yeah, there's a truck coming now.
Yep.
Trucky.
I'm finally getting ahead of the trucks, is what it is. They were kind of, burying me in beans, but I've caught up to them now. So, which is fine. Oh, yeah.
The new map you're going to play.
Yeah.
Has the auto drive guy made?
I do believe so. Yes.
All right.
Look all cozy right now. Is it a bit cold out? No, I'm trying this new thing where I just wear like 18 layers for fun. Yeah. Yes, it's a bit cold out. 'Tis, but a bit cold out. Yes. Stand by. I'm checking my phone. It's cold. It is 5 degrees. Feels like negative 16. So actually, our wind chills. Oh, our winds are only at 20 miles an hour. That's helping. So we're looking at a low temperature of around 3 tonight, but it's already 5. So I bet you it's going to be colder than that. With winds overnight supposed to be like 10 to 20 miles per hour, like all night. So yeah, tis a little bit cold out there. Yeah, you could say. So we're dressed up for the weather. Just throwing it out there. I look cold. Look at me. Exactly, Big Al. Exactly. You're not wrong. I will say I'm actually nice and warm right now, guys. So like I'm chilling. Not chilling. I'm nice and warm. Oh, nice Trent. Yo, Mary, what's going on? Welcome in. Now, chat, if you want to be jealous about some warmer weather, we can ask Mary what the temperature is for her right now. Probably in the 60s, I'm gonna guess. Just saying. So, 10, the city pulled the plow into the streets. I heard here last night, Rocks, they weren't allowing anybody to use chemical. 66. Chat, that must be nice. Wow, exactly. Oh, must be nice. That's okay. I'm not like, it's fine. Yes, it's cold, but you know what? Like I said, tomorrow's going to be 17. And then I think Christmas Day is going to be in the 20s, I believe. So we're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. Sean, I cannot believe it's 51 for you right now. That is insane, bro. I close the interstate. It's nice, Rocks. Well, they were saying here, like MoDOT, like, Missouri Department of Transportation. They were saying here, like, they didn't want to use any chemical because they didn't want the snow to melt and then become ice. So, like, they just didn't want that to happen. So just leave it snow and not, just a sheet of ice. And then also there was so much snow blowing, they're like, just let it blow over the highway. Don't use the chemicals to, like, melt it because we're just going to have more problems. Which is crazy. Because normally around here, man, they just pour the salt down like you wouldn't believe, so. Yeah. And I was saying this before chat, but our what's it called? The vent on the top of our house for like our sewer line, is currently frozen. So. So. All means a little weird in the house right now. But, you know, it's fine. It might thaw out tomorrow or Sunday, right? The Arctic air. I got you, Sean. I got you, man. Okay. The right rocks, yeah. It's never good when they have to start closing highways. But when it's this cold, then you can't really do much with it. Can't really do much with it. All right, 200,000 still in storage. What's that? Well, that's our corn. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I'm actually pretty comfortable right now, chat. Frozen waste. No, it's just the you get like, it's probably more of like your condensation has gathered up on in that line. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this. It's just the vent, you know? Just the vent is frozen up on the roof. That's all. It's fine. Want some snow? I see 100 feet out the window. That was here yesterday. It was awful yesterday here. Icicles. Troy, what's up, buddy? How cold is it down there for you guys? What are we looking at, Troy? Oh man. I just hope my brother is traveling sometime today or early tomorrow. I just hope his car doesn't break down on this, because like, could you imagine? 8 feels like 20 feels like 8. Dang. That's cold for you, Troy. That's real cold for you, Troy. That's crazy, man. All right. Okay, that's all Goaty in storage, but I'm assuming there's a truck coming or two, right? Did you send them?
I've not sent anything.
Black Cat's over there too. Okay. Okay. Yeah, on the coast, exactly, yeah. Last of it's on its way, okay. 10 to 4. 10 to 4. We'll just hang out here and wait. Well, you know what? It's only one truck. I might as well go because it's not going to fit probably in this train, so we'll get one more train load. I will say today I haven't heard the wind whistling as much. There was something yesterday, man. That wind was just howling out there, whistling something out here on the back of the house. Like, I grabbed a cup out of the cabinet last night, chat, and like almost dropped it. It was so cold. Okay. I actually checked our one cabinet where we have like, there's, you know, some liquids like hot sauces and stuff in there. I'm like, I just want to make sure this stuff's not frozen. Just saying. Flatten our cold. 20s in Georgia. Have fun with that. Yeah. Hopefully the minus 40 stays out west. I saw minus 35 wind chill last night, so. Mrs. Professor, I guess everything's holding up. I honestly, I'm not going out to look, so I don't know. I guess everything's okay. The inflatables haven't been on in days now. I turned that schedule off on the timer thing the other day. Basically what I can see from the living room, everything looks okay. You know? Yeah, houses built in the 50s, you get scared when the winds, yeah, right? Yeah, hopefully. I'll know tomorrow because I'm going to my sister's tomorrow afternoon, so. Yeah. We'll know. That sounds like fun, buddy. Joshy, what's going on? How you doing? But yeah, we'll be okay. The decorations will be what they are, you know. If they're messed up, they're messed up. I'm not gonna fix anything probably till at least Sunday. They will definitely be on tonight and on tomorrow. Not the inflatables though. The inflatables might go on tomorrow. Might. We're supposed to only have like 5 to 10 mile per hour winds tomorrow. and that's within my parameters of turning everything on. So yeah. So yeah, we're good. How long have I been playing this map, Farm Sim in general, or like today? More specific, please, because we're over 600 hours on this map now, guys. Just saying. The map, 610 hours on the train, which means somebody's been in here for at least 610 hours. May not necessarily always be me, but somebody. So yeah. Santa exists if your parents have good credit weekend. What? Oh God, Cable Guy, what's up, man? Weekend Black Cat, yeah. All right, there goes the train for the last time. Woo woo. Josh, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate you. Chat, we just made all the money. We just made all the money. $14.8 million plus a 1.9 million on our environmental. Dang, almost 2 million bucks just on the environmental. That's pretty okay. I'm just saying. And then we need to come back here, guys, in fast time. We must fast time our day away. Our days away. GG's, that's right, Mr. Professor. Troy, what's up, buddy?
Man, I just got one thing to say, bro.
What's up?
I need y'all Midwesterners to get with y'all northern friends and come down here and get y'all weather out of my front yard. It's drunk.
Did you see that TikTok too?
Something, I mean, goodness gracious.
Because you know what? Rox's weather's in my backyard and it's drunk and he needs to come pick it up, okay? I'm just saying. Sharing is caring, Troy, okay?
I mean, it don't help I don't have central heating air. All I have is window units and space heaters.
Yeah.
And I live in a 1950 model trailer with no insulation.
So you're nice and toasty is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, let me tell you.
Troy looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He's got so many layers on, right?
While you playing, I've got a t-shirt, I've got a hoodie, I've got my jacket on, I've got two pair of pants, my daggum my polar pants, my riding pants, and two pair of socks, and my cowboy boots on.
It's literally the episode of Seinfeld, or not Seinfeld, Friends, that Big Al was mentioning earlier. I'm just saying. I'm not laughing at you, Troy. I'm laughing with you because I hear you. I got a blanket over my lap right now. Okay, I feel like a little old lady in a wheelchair. You know.
Hey, you ain't by yourself, brother. I do too.
You guys sound like old men.
I'm making my tea. I didn't have to do them things, you know. Yeah.
Okay, Mater.
Troy's giblets are frozen. Don't even know what giblets are. What'd you say, Goat?
Nothing.
Oh man! All right, one more day, y'all, and then we can go harvest. Harvest time.
I'm gonna jump off.
No.
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself, Goaty.
It's Christmas Day tomorrow.
It's not though.
It is.
It's not. You guys celebrate Christmas the right way in Denmark for 3 whole days.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Eve tomorrow.
And we live in the future.
True. That is actually true. You're right there, Goaty. Well, have a good Christmas. Have fun with the family and stuff, Goat.
Same to all of you.
We'll catch you when we catch you. Have a good one.
Same. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, I'm just going to fast time a little bit more because I like daylight. 9:41 looks good to me, chat. What do y'all think? Oh, man. Okay.
User disconnected from
More
your
like-
channel.
Right? All right, so texture lag is real. But soybeans are ready. Soybeans are ready, chat. And we conveniently have auger wagons set right over there. So let's get this opened up, this corner, so we can set up our auger wagons on our trucks. And then it'll be time to harvest. We have a ton to harvest this harvest round. Chat, it is a good thing. A very good thing that we have the stop time mod. So we can, let's clear out all this data. We have the stop time mod so we can, you know, harvest and harvest and harvest. Goaty, we'll catch you later. Have a good one. Same to you. All right. But we can stop time and like, we'll probably be harvesting like, you know, into next week, to be honest. Because there's a lot of harvesting to do, chat. A lot of harvesting to do. So everything's cleared out on precision. All right, let's go. I'll probably try to do some harvesting off stream too, because it's a lot. Like a lot. 2 inches of solid ice in the ground. Oh. Thank cable. Yeah, that sounds terrible. Yeah, go ahead and send the trucks, but we'll hold off on the wagons for now. So Troy, you gotta go like, I don't know, take a walk outside or something, Nicole? What's the plan? You gonna really experience it, Troy?
Considering I've been out there all day.
Have you?
I'm done.
Oh. Wait, your pipes froze?
Yeah.
Oh man. I was listening to the scanner earlier, Troy. Like I just had it on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the fire department was en route to, I think, actually a business. Maybe it was I think it was a business because they said sprinkler system. A lot of houses around here don't have sprinkler systems, you know, obviously.
Yeah.
And they were en route for a broken water pipe. They had to have PD respond because they had to force the door. And, you know, PD has to be the witness, I guess, right?
Yep.
And the guy was en route, like the emergency contact was en route from like a couple hours away to like fix it. But I'm assuming that was a nice, like, you know, ice rink inside of there after they got done spewing water everywhere. So that had to be fun, right?
Oh yeah.
Terrible. Just simply terrible. Have you seen the video going around TikTok and Instagram of the lady that had like a sink on, and as the water's coming out of the tap into her sink, it's freezing?
That's basically what mine done.
Oh gosh. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. We did keep the cabinet door open, like underneath the sink last night in the kitchen. Just to help it out a little bit, you know. Never hurts. Yeah. Well, icicle snow. Exactly. Exactly, Mary. I saw that same video on, it was on TikTok last night too. It was kind of funny. See the video about the house going boom? That video's been removed apparently by TikTok. We were talking about that earlier today, and Carson went to watch it and it was gone. Dude, that house went boom. That's all I know. That roof was like 100 feet in the air, man. Forgot to put the Christmas tree on the farm this year. What, Sean? Did we have a Christmas tree for the farm? Down at my farm, no, definitely not. Definitely not interested in going down there right now. On the map. Oh. Mr. Matt, we are making do, sir. We are making do. It is... Ooh, it's up to 60 over there, chat. Up to 60 now, so we're warming up out here still today. It was a balmy 33 degrees in this room earlier today before I turned a bunch of heat on. I left a heater running last night. I really don't like to leave heat running out here if I'm not out here. You hear too many horror stories of space heaters having issues, you know? But I did leave a heater on low last night. I think the strat for tonight is to probably leave both heaters that I have out here on low. Just to keep a little bit of heat in this room. I don't really like it getting that cold for the computers and stuff out here. So, yeah. The big thing was getting the keyboard warmed up today because, like, I couldn't even touch the keyboard this morning. It was, hell, it was so cold. It was miserable. I had a really hard time, like, getting myself out of bed this morning, chat. It was almost afternoon, I'll be honest. But getting going today, it was like, I'd rather just stay in bed. It's warm. Yeah, so. Metro, yeah, Troy. I know. No, it really wouldn't be bad, Troy, if it weren't for the wind. Yep, it's always the wind that gets you. The cold's whatever, it's the wind. You know what? That's a great idea. Do we have a thing? We need a thing down here, don't we? I didn't even think about that when I drove down here. Oh, wait, there's a thing right there. Hold up. Wait a minute. You know what? I'm going to refuel while we're here, too, because these combines like to do this, the fuel thing where they run out halfway through a tank. Just saying. They like to run out. A thingy doofer. A thingamabob. Am I actually filling though? I think we need more diesel. Or is it on the trigger's on the end, isn't it? No. Yeah, tank's empty. Sure. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's go. It's diesel, not gas, Joe. 25 to 30. Yep, Mr. Matt. That's the worst part. I'm telling you, it's that darn wind. It really is. Sean, you can see grass again. All right. That mean your snow's melting since it's like in the 50s for you right now? I'm assuming. All right, let's repair and repair with the thingy doofer. Thingamabob. Oh, the rain. Okay, fair play. Oh, hey, hello. Need the landscape around there too. I think it got placed and yeah. Definitely could use a little landscaping. That's all right. It's all good. James, what's going on? You staying warm? Danger Zone, what's up? How you doing? Oh, goodness. Tis a bit chilly, chat. That's okay. We're doing it. All right, James, glad to hear it. Like I said, my biggest fear through all this whole thing was losing power. And so far, knock on wood, we're doing all right. Fully texture lag, chat. Y'all see that? Let's get a couple auger wagons going. Won't hurt to get a couple running here. We get running back and forth. We're gonna definitely need a couple. I'll put 4 of the 6 out for now. I'm gonna try to put all 1050s out and get them running. Why not? They are the superior auger wagon tractor for this application. I really like to run something with a little more horsepower, but the auto drive does not like articulated tractors, so that is out of the question for this application. Back to my combine. Getting run over, champ. Run over. Oh no. Cover power outages. That's not good, Mr. Matt. Not good. Love the minion weights. They are kind of funny, aren't they? The eyes light up too when you turn the headlights on. Pretty awesome. How many layers do I have on? So I'm wearing 2 shirts. I have a long sleeve shirt, and then of course my, you know, standard issue Puma Plow work uniform, gray shirt. And then this is just kind of a thin hoodie. It's not anything like crazy. It's just like a thin zip up hoodie. So 3 layers on my top side. Does that make sense? And then I'm just wearing like stretchy pants and socks. And I have a blanket over my lap too, which is like the best part, chat. My blankie's the best part, okay? It's not bad out here now. 61. We're going up. We're going the right way. Just saying. But it is gonna, I mean, it's not gonna get that much colder outside, but the wind I think is gonna pick up a little bit more this evening, so it's all about the wind. That's what it's all about. All right, we got wagons moving. Sweet. Chat, if you didn't see the other day, everything south of the train tracks is planted in soybeans. Everything that we own. And then everything north of the train tracks that we own is planted in corn. It was Sarge's idea, which I'm cool with. So, all good. Oh, from Barrett. Okay, gotcha. Welcome in. How's it going? What's up? Cold weather shelters. Wow. Okay. Gotcha. That's funny. And then I have, what do I have? 2 heaters on. I have like an infrared electric heater thing. And then I have a little tiny, I guess it's like a ceramic, little tiny space heater thing that's sitting literally almost underneath my chair. And it's kind of blowing up my legs. And then of course my heated floor mat, which is the best thing ever, you know? Just saying. 59 in the Bay Area. Oh, y'all might freeze out there, right? Kind of cold. Kind of cold. I'm just playing. Wish it was 59 here. I mean, it's 60 in this room I'm in, so we're getting better. And that's over there. It's probably a little bit warmer kind of over this way because I'm closer to the heaters than the thermometer is. So we're doing all right. We're doing it, chat. We're doing it. But yeah. But I figured I'd jump on, do some streaming today, and tomorrow, chat, I'm kind of thinking I have to be at my sister's at like 3 o'clock-ish. So maybe like an 11 to 2 stream tomorrow or something is what I'm kind of thinking. Just like some random, like we'll farm probably, do some more harvesting, but jump on for a little bit tomorrow, and then that'll be my tomorrow, and then nothing on Sunday. That's what I'm kind of thinking, chat. Yeah. Oh, Sean, sounds good to me, bud. Rust, probably be farming tomorrow. Rust will probably be Monday night. Would be the next time I probably play Rust on stream. I'm kind of, I don't want to say run out of stuff to do on there because like I haven't taken out the tank yet, I guess. But like we've done a lot on there, you know. I don't know how many more Christmas lights I can put up, you know. I don't know how many more Christmas lights I can put up, you know. Just picked it up, nice. But that's okay, chat. It's all good. On the with Sean on the pizza rolls, heck yeah. Pizza rolls are lit, chat. Pizza rolls are lit. Just saying. I eat more than I should. Trust me. Definitely eat more than I should. Go for a weather check, chat, while we're while the fan's in the phone is in my hand. Minecraft will be coming back at some point, yeah. Danger Zone, I'm just not sure when right now. But we'll probably play Rust Monday, do some more, kind of like last night, we were trying around do stuff. Like, I wouldn't mind, I always like taking on the oil rigs. I think those are a ton of fun, so maybe we'll mess with that Monday night. I gotta get a scope. I don't have a scope yet. So, yeah. Yeah, so our auger wagons are using a mod called Auto Drive, and they are taking the soybeans, in this case, they are taking them over here on the field. We have 3 semis set up right here. So the auger wagons right now, what they're doing is they have to drive all the way around the field just because the way auto drive works, but eventually they'll just drive right to it. Then the semis are taking the soybeans, in this case, up to our homestead, which is up here in this conglomerate, this mess, this blob, this thingy's doofer, you know, up in this area here where our homestead is, to be stored. So we're just putting these in storage right now, and then we'll be selling these, like, roughly, I don't know when, at some point, you know. So yeah. Rust Vibes Thursday. It's Thursday, Sean. I'm telling you. I googled it and everything, Sean. Ranted about auto drive after I mentioned it. I do. Auto drive is awesome. If you need any tips or anything, let me know. I'll be glad to answer all the questions. If I don't know, which I don't know a lot about auto drive, to be honest, but there's a guy on YouTube called the Auto Drive Guy, and I think he's doing some like tutorial stuff now, I've been told. He's the one that set up the config file that we're using for this map, and it is very, very nice, very handy to have basically a whole road network already set up, and then you just go and, you know, say, hey, I want to go from this point to that point, to this point to that point, you know. It's very handy. It's very nice to have that. So yeah, the auto drive guy, yeah, exclamation point, what is it? It's there somewhere. Somebody will get it here in a second. Thanks for the follow and the sub, both of them. Thank you.
Samdo3 just subscribed.
Appreciate it. There it is, right there. AD. I don't know why I couldn't. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Bear, have fun making cookies. And I could have told you earlier today you were having connection issues. Your 50% or 20, what was it? 25% dropped packets. Yeah. Have fun making cookies. Send me some. Sounds good. Yeah, Sam, thanks for following and subbing up, though. I do appreciate you, man. But there's the auto drive guy's link in chat. Check him out if you haven't. Pretty cool, not gonna lie. Pretty darn cool stuff, man. What is the extra life total at right now? Last time I checked it, which I'm sure somebody will throw that in chat too. Last time I checked it, it was 9,000, like 300 and something. Yeah. Where do you get the auto drive config for the map? You get that from the Auto Drive Guy. The Auto Drive Guy, his YouTube channel. $9,350 right now, chat, is where we're at for Extra Life. That is where we're at. So we are close to that $10,000 mark, but just a bit outside. And remember, if we hit the $10,000 mark before the end of the year, we have to take on 100,000 bail challenge in Farm Sim. So that'll be fun, right? The answer's no, chat. That won't be fun at all. It'll be torture, but that's okay, because $10,000 is a lot of money for charity, and Do appreciate every penny that has been raised so far. It's awesome. I appreciate it, chat. Trent, I don't know. I didn't really like talk to my dad earlier today. Typically on Fridays, they just kind of do their own thing for dinner. My dad and my aunt. Typically they go out and they get something and bring it home, but I don't think he's gonna want to do that tonight. So they might need some assistance making dinner. So I don't know if I just, take a couple minutes and run you some, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, Trent. I don't see going super late because it's going to get cold out here and, my hands are going to freeze again, So yeah. Yeah. Well, what's going on, man? How are you doing? I sure did say $9,350 for Extra Life. Yes, sir, Professor. That is where we are at currently. For Extra Life, yes. So we're right there, man. We're right there. Chad, we can taste it, Just saying. I think we are gonna do we're doing Phasmophobia on New Year's Eve, right, chat? Not looking forward to it, but we're doing Phasmophobia New Year's Eve. And I believe we're going to go ahead and do revenue from that stream will go to Extra Life as well. The only problem is we'll kind of have to do some magic to try to get a total in time, because technically Extra Life campaign ends midnight Pacific time. So we have a little bit of extra time. So basically I'll stream maybe till right at midnight or so. That way we can, yell Happy New Year and tell our old acquaintances to forget about us, right? And then maybe stop stream right away so that Twitch can get me a total so I can make another donation. We will have sounds set up. I don't know about the lights, by the way. We talked about doing crowd control lights. Carson and I kind of looked into that, and there's a program that you can use, but you kind of it's one of those things where you have to pay a subscription to use it. So we might just do no lights and just play the game with no lights on to make it spooky that way. That's kind of the goal. So yeah. With the auto drive, where do you put the file for this map? The file that you get from the auto drive guy, that actually goes right into the save game. So Mr. Matt, if you're using save game slot number 1, you would go into Documents, My Games, Farming Simulator, save game number 1, and then just paste it right in there. Is where that would go. Noise. So yeah, that's kind of the goal for Phasmophobia, is to at least get something going on that we can yeah, it'll be fun, chat. So, oh, hey there, bud. Shoot. Holy cow, Carson. That's a lot. That's crazy. Who's all in? Carson's doing math on you guys, chat. That must be M-Dog, actually. No way Carson's breaking out math on us right now. Carson, did you open your calculator for that? Guarantee it, right, Troy? Yeah, he did it. All right, Auger Wagon, I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate an empty right now. She can't math any better. Watch Carson. All right, we're just gonna stop and we'll wait for our Auger Wagon. Chad, I always say it every time we have any kind of little issue on an outside round. Outside rounds, they're so much fun. So yeah, kind of gotta chill and let him do his thing, and we'll get emptied out eventually. I swear. I swear. All right, Christmas lights are on. Just wanted to check that. I guess those timers, Carson, will work at 5 degrees. I don't think they're supposed to, but apparently they do. So The more you know, right? I think their operating temperature is a little warmer than it actually is. So. But that's all right. Oh no, we're about to get bullied by an auger wagon. Out of his way. I'll have to wait for my guy to come back, but I'm gonna get out of that one. Get out of his way. All right. And I know I shouldn't have moved, but now we're gonna get run into, chat. Just saying. Maybe he'll make it back in time. We'll see. Probably not. Oh, chat. Dad and I went into a grocery store. You guys saw sent a picture of it on Snapchat, or not Snapchat, Instagram in my story yesterday. But we go in there, and one of the things that we needed, we're taking apparently orange juice to my sister's on Saturday or Sunday or something. I don't know. So he wanted to buy a couple of things of orange juice. The only orange juice they had in the entire store was like the extra pulp orange juice. Which, I'm sorry, I'm not chewing my orange juice, you know? If I want that much pulp, I'll just go eat an orange. I thought it was kind of funny. It's like they had no, like, pulp-free orange juice at all. So then I just kept thinking of, like, the pulp milk and the chunky milk. And yeah, I was just kind of, like, grossed out. Kind of grossed myself out walking around a grocery store, you know? Just saying. Get out the strainer. Now, apparently he went to Walmart yesterday. I think he went to Walmart yesterday and got some, is what he was saying. So, for some reason, Dad waited till yesterday, chat, to put gas in his truck. Speaking of Dad, give me a second, chat. All right, sweet, chat. He's bringing dinner home for him and my aunt, so I don't have to make dinner tonight, chat. So, might as well get the pulp milk since I was there, right, Trent? Ugh. Sounds awesome. Awful, awful, not awesome, awful. Awful, awful, awful. That just means I can stream more, chat. I can stream until my hands get cold, okay? That's once my hands get cold, I'm done, because I don't have like brown jersey gloves here, but I don't think using a keyboard with gloves is going to be fun. So Bear asked me earlier if I had fingerless gloves, and I said no. I said I have gloves, and he goes, "You got a pair of scissors?" I said, "Yeah." Make me some fingerless gloves, you know, some fingerless gloves, you know. No, not saying that. Nope. Hand warmers. I have pockets on my hoodie, but like, you know, and I guess really I'm beyond GPS. I can just like, it's fine. We'll make do. We'll make do, right? Dang Summers. Dang Summers had Christmas happen, huh? The man, I'm doing. How are you? How are you doing? Welcome in. Hopefully you're staying warm. Hopefully. Yeah, I could make some fingerless gloves if I really wanted to. Maybe I just cut them on the bottom and like up the sides, and then if I want fingers, I can just flip them back down. And then if I don't want them, I can just, you know, like a mitten, how it has the... That's what I need, chat, some mittens with the... where it folds, you know? And... you know, if it's that cold, chat, I'm just not going to stream, sorry. You know what I mean? Like... oh, it's brutal. Absolutely brutal. But anyway, I don't know that I'll make it till 10 o'clock tonight, chat. We'll see, but I probably won't make it that long tonight. But we'll get in at least, you know, something of a stream today, and I'll stream as much as I can, and we'll move on from there, you know? No, there's only 2 of us in here. A bunch of the other guys are playing Rust. Rust is Rust or Minecraft. The boys are playing. So right now it is just Black Cat and I in here, and we got lots of help with the AI auto drive and well, auto drive. Yeah, we could get more combines going, like say on Quartz Play, which definitely could be something that we maybe do. We do have like 3 more combines, and really with the auger wagons we could probably set something up, you know, or maybe even just take like 2 combines up to 31 and get them, and we could actually do that. We could do that just to help. That's actually a good idea. You'd be there. Yeah, Mary, I hear you. It's unfortunate. Hey, our next map though, hopefully, you know, hopefully. Yeah, we're running a mod called Auto Drive. That is what is unloading us currently. Auto Drive, and then I think I am going to start 2 more combines. We'll use Courseplay for them. Yeah, we can put 2 combines up in 31. We've got enough wagons. We've got 6 we can run. So we'll be fine there, you know. Love you some Courseplay at Auto Drive. Heck yeah, I do too. I really like Courseplay at Auto Drive, especially how they work together. To be honest, this Field 32 chat, which is a monster, I limed it using Courseplay at Auto Drive. Now, it took forever. Don't get me wrong. That took for absolutely ever, because it had to drive back to the homestead every time to refill. But it worked. It worked well too. Worked very well. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Mrs. Professor. Exactly. Plus, you know, tonight might be like a ramen for dinner night. Nice hot bowl of ramen sounds so good right now, you know? Yeah. You're trying to count. You might have to move the triggers slightly depending on your truck and trailer setup. Some of that stuff has to be moved. Like if you have a long chassis truck, you might have to move the tip point like ahead, if that makes sense. When the auto drive guy sets stuff up, he does a very good job, but he doesn't, you know, you can't account for every truck trailer combo. So you may have to move some triggers forward, backwards, sideways, whatever. We've had to do that on here. It's not a big deal at all. Of course, you just bring up your edit mode and then you can right click and move stuff around, you know. So not a big deal. There's some ramen. I actually got my Mexican hot chocolate yesterday too, chat, which the box was absolutely destroyed, but okay. Maybe I'll try some of that tonight too. Just have all the warm things tonight, chat. You never know. Bean soup sounds good, yeah. Yeah, one of these days we're gonna have to make some more ham and bean soup. It's super good. Super good. See what I did there? Didn't even mean to. But it's good. And it's warm and warms you up. That's the best part. It's warm. That's the best part. It's warm, chat. Yeah, Sean, you heard me. Mexican hot chocolate. It's like simple ingredient. It doesn't have a whole bunch of other ingredients in it. It's like literally just like cocoa and a little bit of sugar and something else, I think. French onion soup. I don't know if I've ever had French onion, to be honest. Not sure. Not too sure. We are harvesting. Harvesting. Come on, buddy. You can do it. 95%. Come on. No, just drive in a straight line. You had it. Hey, Chad, outside rounds suck. Just remember that. Okay? Just remember that outside rounds are terrible. Once we get past the outside rounds, it'll get better. But I'm going to jump up here really fast, chat. Because we learned a little something the other day, y'all. We learned that you can have, like our combines, not our combines, our auger wagons will go field to field without problem. They are smart enough to get around trees and stuff. So, we're going to go start a combine or two in a different field. Orange chowder or chili sounds great. Yeah, it does. Dude, I had some, the other day at the grocery store, I got some, like corn chips or tortilla chips, you know? Yeah, tortilla chips. And then I got, it's like one of those jars of like the cheese, you know? Oh, man. Had some of that earlier today. So good. So good. All right. The only thing we have to do here, chat, is put this on the appropriate field. 32 is what we want for that. And I know we're not going to be harvesting field 32, but it doesn't matter. Does not matter. Oh, Blackhead, dude, you're good. It's all good, bro. Family, family at least sometimes, you know, maybe not all the time. No kidding. Family first. It's all good. We'll go around the field one time. Multi-tool of 2. Sharp. And we want to do some lands, chat. Lands of 7, because why not? I do everything by the 7s. In case y'all haven't caught on to that, I try to. Just saying. And we'll do that. Southern boy, what's going on? Where's our start point? Right up there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and say we want this to be the left combine. We would like you to go and start over there, sir. Please and thank you. Snowdrift. Oh no, did he get stuck in a snowdrift? That's not good. That's not good. We'll go ahead and copy that course. We want this combine to be the right combine. Start from the first waypoint. I like how I'm narrating, chat. It's so I don't forget to do stuff, chat. Just saying. Southern boy, I'm doing well. It's a little chilly where I'm at, but we're doing our best. We're keeping warm and harvesting some fields, you know? That's what we're doing. We made a whole bunch of money earlier today on the map. We sold like 3.3 million liters of soybeans. So we're doing quite well. We're doing quite well. You narrate stuff? I find myself narrating when I'm not streaming. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not streaming. So yeah. I'm at the pole barn. Oh, gotcha, Blackhead. Okay. Gotcha. Oh. -4. Hey, that's not my way. Oh, no, that combine's dropping straw. We don't want to do that, chat. Combine. You don't want to do that, sir. You do not want to do that. Twitchy, it's not my weather. It's Rox's weather, okay? He needs to come pick it up. It's drunk. Okay? It's not my weather. We should not have weather like this, okay? I'm just saying. Not my weather. Alright. Okay, this one's good. So we'll just tell him to start. He'll drive up to there. I just wanted to check the straw. Oh, wait. This is going to drop straw no matter what, isn't it? There's probably a setting in, what's it called that we can change that, right? It'll be fine. Whatever. That field can have straw in it. I don't really care. All right, we never got emptied here because, of course, as soon as we get out of a combine, they're like, "Hey, that combine doesn't need to be emptied anymore. Let's leave him alone." Even though I need to be emptied. Okay. So 31 will have straw. That's not really a problem. We're not gonna do anything with the straw. We'll just work it in when we plant or whatever. It's not a big deal. Yeah, definitely not my weather. My weather is more like, 30 degrees, 20 degrees right now, not negatives. All right. No, thank you. 6. That is fun, Black Cat. That is fun. Holy cow. Wow. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Or just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. This is where I'm from. And it is extremely cold here, yes. Last night I saw a wind chill of -35. And St. Louis does get cold weather, don't get me wrong. But not that kind of cold weather. St. Louis definitely gets some chilly temps, but not -35. This is not normal for us. This is definitely below average for us. So, yeah. It's not your weather, it's Phil's. Well, dang it, Phil. Actually, I think where Phil lives in Canada, it probably doesn't get this. I don't know if it gets this cold for Phil, honestly, where he lives. He doesn't live like up north, you know? He doesn't live that far up north, I don't believe, so. I don't know exactly where Phil lives, but somewhere up there in Canada. Oh, and the best part yesterday, chat, first time when he came home from work, he closed, we have like a storm door, screen door, on our front door. And apparently when he closed that, he broke the handle off the door. So, yeah. There is a setting. You always have to look for it. I got you, Professor. I'm just not going to worry about it. It's fine. It won't hurt nothing. It's Alaskan weather. There you go. Dang it, Alaska people, you can keep your weather. It's here and it's drunk. Please come get it. I'm not about it. That's all right. Okay, so chat, in the back, off the kitchen of my house, all right, there's this little room. We call it the back hallway. And this little room has 4 doors in it. Okay, one door goes to the kitchen. One door goes to the steps to go downstairs. One door goes immediately outside. And one door comes out here to the garage. Okay, everybody on board? The door that goes outside, on the strike plate for the door, it's metal. There is ice hanging off of that on the inside of my house right now. Baker, what's up? So, I was the last one. I was the last one, so therefore it's okay. Yeah. Phil lives where they grow potatoes. Oh. I don't think Phil lives where they grow potatoes. No, I don't think he does. But we'll go with it. We'll go with it. In the gym parking lot. 1. Dang, Baker. -35 is the coldest I saw last night here. And then I went and called in my nice warm bed. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to bed. Too cold out here. Way too cold. Like, way too cold. Okay, 5 feet. It was that way here yesterday for a minute. I actually took a picture yesterday. I don't think I'll post it, but I took a picture where normally it's like a kind of a high spot and it looks down into like a low spot and there's like the highway goes through there. It's right up here by the house. And you couldn't see anything. You could just see you couldn't see anything at all. So it was pretty bad. Ice, I'm perfectly comfortable right now. Yeah. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Waiting for a clean so you can drive home. Gotcha, Baker. Oh. From Canada. Yeah, but that's like, is that normal for you guys up in Canada? The problem here is this is just not normal for us. It's just like way too cold. You know, and remember, cold's a relative term to what you're used to and where you live and all that stuff. Like, for us here in St. Louis, this is like outrageously cold. So just keep that in mind. Cold is definitely a relative term in my opinion. Are those guys getting along up there? They are so far. Good. Good. Right. No, but Ice, I'm perfectly I'm like actually perfectly warm right now, you know? Not usually, depends on where in Canada. Okay. Gotcha. Mag Willis, that's a good way to put it. It is dumb cold. You're right. Can't wait to sit in front of the fireplace, Baker. Nice. Very nice. That's what Farmer Nick was doing all afternoon. Yeah. The air is crispy. Yeah. Ooh, we're up to a whopping 60 degrees now, chat. Wait, since when does the weather have like an emote with it? That's cool. Interesting. Up to a whopping 60 degrees in here, chat. So really, I don't need the hat that I'm wearing. I would be perfectly fine without it. But I'm not going to change hats unless I turn my camera off, because y'all don't need to see that, so. Just throwing it out there, chat, okay? Y'all don't need to see that. So, yeah. Right. I could just do this. Does this make you feel more comfortable, Ice, if I just do this? There. Looks just like normal, right? Right? There's nothing wrong with this. Hey, it's just normal me. How's it going? That's not Florida weather. No, that's definitely... Oh, like, yeah, I don't know. Much better. Sarge, good after evening. Hello?
Howdy.
Did you have an incident in Rust today, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right at the same time I lost power.
I was figuring you lost power or internet or something is what happened there, and I really wish I would have known where you crashed your helicopter.
Shouldn't have crashed.
Oh, you didn't
Should've
crash?
Landed and everything and been fine.
Oh, well, you definitely did die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still without power. So.
Oh, you're without power right now?
Well, generator.
Yeah, generator. Okay. Y'all keeping warm?
Yeah, holding in there. Yeah. Enough to keep it above, enough to where I don't have to worry about pipes freezing, stuff like that. You know?
And you touch your keyboard without your hands hurting?
Yes.
It was 33 in this room this morning, Sarge.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I came out here and I was like, no, I'm going back in the house.
Now, we're at about, last I looked, about 60,
Oh, okay.
maybe.
That's about what I'm up to by now, yeah.
You know.
That ain't too bad.
No.
Hey, just put a hoodie on, you'll be fine, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So my aunt was walking her in the house saying, oh, it's cold in here, it's cold here. It's like 60, 65, 66 in our house today. And I was like, you have a hoodie, right? Put a hoodie on, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like for us, the generator that I do have is not quite big enough to handle our heat pump.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. You got some space heaters rocking then?
Yep.
I gotcha. Well, at least you have something. Something's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
Because that's been my biggest fear through this whole thing is like, man, we lose power. That's why we went to the farm the other day and brought the big generator. I think it's a 8500.
Okay, yeah, that
75?
would have worked here.
75, 8500, something like that. It's the biggest one that we have. We have 3. So, like, yep, let's just bring the big boy home and be done with it. The only thing it doesn't like is our refrigerator. It trips the GFCI on it. I think it's a grounding issue on the generator itself.
Probably.
Because your generator itself has a grounding wire that comes out of it and goes to the frame of the generator. But it sits on rubber tires and little rubber cushions to stop the vibration. So you're not getting a ground to the ground anyway. That makes sense?
Yeah, unless you're tying it in at the house.
Yeah. So I think next time, like, we actually kind of have a thing rigged up. We just haven't had to, like, use it to actually ground the generator itself out in the yard.
Yeah, I got you.
So, yeah.
You know, now if it gets bad enough, we do have gas logs. We just haven't fired those up yet.
I gotcha. Batman Gaming, it's Christmas Eve, but it's going. How's your day, man? Welcome in. Yeah, it's a little chilly in the house, but, you know, we'll make do. Might have to turn the stove on tonight for a little bit. It's an electric stove. It's okay. But that might have to get flipped on for a little while tonight. Apparently it was on this morning for a while, so it happens. Yeah, exactly, Bucket. Well, like I said, we've done a thing, but the problem is now we couldn't, like, put a grounding rod in the ground because it's frozen. So can't do anything with that. So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think there's some corrosion too. It was a used generator when we got it. I think where it comes out of the actual generator part, I think that's all, like, corroded and nasty too, if I'm recalling right. Yeah. Am I going old school? What do you mean by that, Batman? Polar Bear, I'm doing. How are you? Welcome in. Great job, by the way, Polar Bear, on the house in Rust. Absolutely love the Christmas lights. I was in there yesterday and checked them out. They are awesome. Actually, when you fly over their house now, like, my game just locks up till it loads all the Christmas lights. I might have dropped off more yesterday too, Polar Bear. I mean, I didn't see any on the inside of your house, Polar Bear. Just saying.
Well, here in a little bit, we'll find out how bad it is for me, hopefully.
Are you trying to join Rust right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Fortunately, I'm not running my normal computer, so it's taking a little longer.
Oh, yeah. On your laptop? Well, it took me like 15 minutes to join this morning, so I don't know. That game is so, like, it just like takes forever to load, but that's all right. Oh, Polar Bear, I'll have to check it out, man. I'll probably jump in some Rust later off stream. I need to go scrap for like a couple hours at some point. I just don't know if I'll do that tonight or when. I'm trying to finish out my tech trees. To be honest, I'm about halfway down on level 2. So, not quite halfway, I guess, but I did a little bit more today. Tech tree wise, so we'll see. I just really need that auger wagon up there to, like, drive to me. Like, today, Junior. Oh, man, auto drive. Gotta love it, right? Gotta love it. Pretty much the best thing ever, chat. Yeah, Polar Bear, I'll have to check it out. I flew over your house earlier, but I didn't. I was up really high. Fully Goaty and I were going around. He's my diesel buddy. We go around and gather up diesel. Yeah. Yep. But we'll see. He'll be here eventually, Chad, I swear. Driver's drunk. We'll just go do this, chat, because this is taking a hot minute. We'll just go do this. But after this, I'll start putting my auger out a lot sooner. Now that I'm like, we got the field opened up. I can put my auger out when I'm like 10% full, and yeah. All night and like. Yeah, Polar Bear Kimmy said that you kept dying trying to do the windmills. Did you put up scaffolding like around like platforms? Because I would, yeah. After seeing your windmills, I was like, dude, I want to do that, but at the same time, like, no, I don't. I don't want any part of it, to be honest. I mean, it looks really good. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, no. Yeah, no. Take way too long. I do like the giant star we put on our side of our house yesterday. If you guys haven't seen that, it's pretty cool. Giant star out of Christmas lights. It's pretty neat. All right. Phone filling up. Let's do it. Where's at the end? Oh no, Polar Bear. No. Oh God, Sean. You probably can actually. Sorry, thank you, Polar Bear. Sean, you know, actually the placing of the Christmas lights, you have a pretty good like range of how far away you are from like whatever you're trying to place it on. So from the helicopter, it actually might work. You'd have to have the front passenger do it, obviously, but that might be something to try. Maybe we don't like wrap the things, we just go like around, like, yeah, not quite as intricate as Polar Bear did, because that would take way forever in a helicopter. Just saying. It would look cool, but man, that would take forever. Like, that would take all night. And then some, probably, in a helicopter to do that, Sean. A good idea, though. We do like to put up lighting via helicopter, so. Oh, goodness. All right, is Black Cat gonna empty, or am I gonna fill? Black Cat emptied. All right. Drive on, buddy. Right, we have an issue over here, don't we? By golly, George, we sure do. Three of our auger wagons are all got over here, so we'll just, you know, not pull a Trent. We're not going to yeet anybody. But we will, oh, sir, where are you trying to go exactly? Besides in a tree. Not good for your health, sir. Not good. Alright, we'll just tell this guy to go over here. And yeah. He'll be fine. I think that was more of just there was too many cooks in the kitchen there, you know what I'm saying? Black Cat, but I could be wrong. Alright. Just gonna leave my pipe out. We'll get it unload when we get one. Right. Union workers trying to take a break in the shade. Right. So Sarge, let me guess, when you lost power, you had probably had like all your good stuff on you, didn't you? I guess yes.
Majority, yes.
Yeah. Fire them in yet? Why not? I was stuck in a tree earlier. Nice. Those two are going to collide up there, aren't they? Oh, nope. Well, you know, there's stuff in the house, Sarge, and I've got stuff I can give you to get you kind of going back.
Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about it. I can recover most of all of it.
I figured you probably had another set of good stuff laying around, right?
I got a couple things. Not a complete set, but a couple things.
Yeah.
Enough to get me rolling.
Exactly, yeah. It is unfortunate. I'm assuming your helicopter's gone by now. What time did this happen? It was today, right?
Yeah. What time do the lights power go out? About 12:45 our time.
Okay. And I must have just missed you then. I might have been no, I wasn't loading Rust because by the time I loaded Rust, you weren't in. But I must have just missed you. Yeah, I bet I did. I bet I just missed you.
Probably.
That's unfortunate. If I was in, I could have gone and recovered your stuff for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
well.
worries. No worries.
That's unfortunate. I still don't know how yesterday when I like took off in the helicopter, Storms and I were up over the river behind our house chat, and my game crashed or just locked up. I had no choice but to like alt control delete.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow I came back. The helicopter was in the river. I was taking a nap in the river and I was fine. Helicopter was fine too. Wyoming Cowboy, no, it's tropical and 95 here. Mind over matter. Yeah, it's freezing here. It's like 0, bro. It's like 0. I saw negative 35 wind chill last night. Wyoming Cowboys, so a little chilly here. You betcha. You betcha. Hopefully it's not too cold in the house when Dad gets home. He gets kind of, he doesn't like it being cold in the house. But not much I can do about it today.
Yeah.
Kimmy, it's going. Welcome in. How are you?
Yeah. So how bad you guys end up getting hit?
Like snow or cold?
Either one.
Well, it was -7 last night and a wind chill of 35.
That's pretty good.
Winds were howling. I mean, literally, I was sitting out here in the garage and I could hear it howling outside, you know, like straight out of the movies, you know? Snow, maybe 2-3 inches, but
That's
like,
not too bad.
but like it was blowing around so much, like the little back patio I have, there's no snow on it.
Right.
So it was a powder snow, of course.
Right.
Currently it's 4, it feels like -17. So
Okay.
the winds,
Okay, so
winds are
couple
down
inches, high winds. That means a lot of areas are going to be bare.
yeah,
And you have a place that's 5 feet deep.
exactly. Probably down at the farm, I bet there's some pretty good sized drifts. Although it's a powder, so it may not have drifted. It just keeps going. I don't know. Somewhere it's going to drift in eventually, I guess. But
Oh yeah.
20-mile-per-hour winds now, so it's calming down out there a little bit. We got a whopping high temperature of 16 tomorrow scheduled, so hopefully we get to that. The only real issue that we're having, I mean, besides it being a little cold in the house, the only real issue we're having is our vent pipe on our roof must be blocked up with ice right now. So, yeah. Wyoming, that sucks. I'm sorry. You guys are checking in with all your weathers. It's cold, man. It's just all there is to it. It's cold. You know? This is my weight loss training outfit. Training for the Olympics. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to sweat. I'm going to sweat myself to be in the Olympics. You betcha, Professor. It's going to take a lot of sweat to, you know. Yeah. Going to be sweating a lot. That's all right. But yeah, that's the real only issue we're having right now in the house is our vent pipes froze. So when you flush the toilet, it sounds like World War III in the house because it's trying to get air out of the shower and the sink and wherever it can try to find air, it's trying, you know. So other than that, no real issues going on. We got some ice on a striker plate for a door inside the house. Does that count?
Yeah.
Front or somehow first time ripped the handle off our storm door on the front of the house last night. So I don't even know if they can get in the house when they get home from work. They might have to come around back and open the back door. I don't know. I'm not sure. I wasn't going to go out and look at it today. I'm like, that's going to wait. I'm sorry. Dude. Mary, you're eating your first meal of the day. Mary, it's 5:40 at night. What are you doing? Holy cow. That sounds, I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Wow. You are working. I know you said you were working today. Working. What is that? Can we Google that? Whoa. I don't. What is this? It looks good. It's a pork dish. Fried in chili sauce. Whoa. That's kind of... Yo. Oh, first time's home.
X100, Mega Millions is 510. Powerball is 186. One of those will get us somewhere warm.
Hey, first time. Yes, thanks for the bits. You're not wrong. Barry, that's like a Mexican pulled pork almost. Is what that reminds me of. That would be like pulled pork, but like Mexican. I'm here. That looks good. It looks delicious. I'm looking at it on the internet. So I Googled it. Looks great. Just saying, I'm here for it. So yeah, it's like a Mexican pulled pork. Wow. Yeah, I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna try, Mary. Don't worry. I'm not gonna try. Oh man. First time, I guess the front door works, right? Like half broken right now. The Mexican pulled pork and a smoky flavor. Gotcha. That's awesome. All right, course plays blocked. What's going on here? What is course play blocked by? Nothing? Must have been that auger wagon, but he's getting out of the way now, so. All right, we're good. Looks like we're good. It wants to come apart again. Okay, I didn't look at it today. I was not gonna open the door and try to mess with that. It was cold enough in the living room. I'm good. So I was not going to mess with it. It was 33 degrees in this room this morning, first time. I did leave heat on out here last night too. I can hear the neighbor's flag whipping in the wind out there, chat. That wind. Again, it's not the cold, Chad. It's that darn wind. That wind is so brutal that it's awful. Absolutely awful out there. But that's all right. Tomorrow will be 17, 16 degrees, something like that. It'll be lovely tomorrow, chat. Be blocked by.
And my listener wants me compared X100. You know how people say in the summer it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Right now it's the wind.
They're right though. In the summer it's not the heat, it's the humidity. And right now it's not the cold, it's the wind. You betcha. Like the most Midwestern saying ever, by the way. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. That is such a Midwest saying. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? I mean, yes, it's cold, but your house handles cold a lot better if it's not blowing 60 miles an hour outside, you know? Just saying. So, yeah. That is the biggest problem right now is the wind. All right, you guys are fine. Start this guy up here. Nice, Troy. Nice, buddy. Poor Troy's gonna freeze. Our buddy Troy. He's not built for this. I'm not saying I am either. I'm not used to this below zero stuff. But yeah. Troy's definitely not used to it where he lives. Not at all.
Give me 80 and 90 degree days any day of the week.
Might have to dip into some tonight. Wow. Viber, it's going, man. What's up? How you doing? It's not a bad idea though. Dipping a little old beverage, you know, help warm you up from the inside out, right? Give you that warm fuzzy feeling. Wait, that's the radiation of rust. Never mind. My bad. My bad. All right, so this 2 fields, this is kind of working, chat. We got 4 combines running total. 2 on course play, 2 with people running GPS. We've got 6 auger wagons out and about. And 3 trucks. Really don't need 3 trucks. Yeah.
My listener wants me conjured X100. Oh, I was thinking of lighting it on fire to stay warm.
Wow, first time. Thanks to the bits.
That's just a waste.
Pretty much, Troy. Yeah. Appreciate the bits there first time. Oh man, Sarge, your game load up. Wait, hold
Trenton Zach cheered X100. Speaking of weather,
getting
did see
there.
it's going to be in the 50s next week, but looks like it might also rain, so on the bright side it's going to be warm.
Exactly, Trent. Thanks for the bits. I'm here for the 50-degree temperatures next week. Well, I'll be complaining, oh, it's too hot. Too hot, December. It needs to be cold. Yep, everybody, the thing about weather, man, nobody's ever happy with it. It's either too hot or too cold or too humid or too dry or too windy, or everybody just has to complain, you know? It's kind of funny. But I mean, I do it too, so I'm not picking on anybody, you know? It's too this, it's too that, it's not enough of this, too much of that. Yeah. But that's all right. I do it too, so it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yummy.
Trenton Zach cheered X100. Not going to complain about the 50s, better than what we got now.
True. You're happy. Got you, the man. MW. Yeah, they'll probably, you know, they have an argument. Don't worry. They're a little quiet right now, though, right? A little bit quiet. But it's all good. Trent, appreciate the bits. Appreciate the bits. Yeah. Right. Black has to be as white for road spray. Yeah, we'll get some rain next week. Hopefully. Wow, Troy. I would say sorry for my weather, but it's not my weather. That's nope, it's not mine. I'm not claiming it.
No, that's all Phil's weather.
I don't think it gets that cold where Phil lives, though. I mean, it's cold where Phil lives, but I don't think it's this kind of cold, you know? We'll have to ask.
Fine. It's coming. It's actually coming from Siberia, so.
Yeah. I don't know anybody in Siberia.
I don't either.
Yeah. Let's
But
blame Doug. Doug lives up north in Canada. Yeah, we'll blame Doug. Final answer. It's been done. Sorry, Doug. He's not here right now. Or just blame Dan.
Mr. Underscore Professor 85 cheered Dex
There you
500.
go.
This should buy you 10 minutes of heat at today's prices.
Professor, thanks for the bits. I appreciate them. We'll appreciate them. Yeah, we'll just blame Dan. Why is there a zombie in Farm Sim, Black Cat? So confused. Thanks for the bits there, Black Cat. Kind of caught me off guard a little bit, not gonna lie. Just a smidge. Just keep checking those two guys up there, Chad. I want to keep those two running up there. It looks like they're trying to get emptied right now for some reason. There we go. I think they're working now. It's all good. We got auger wagons going every which direction right now, chat. Which is kind of amusing if you ask me, you know? Kind of amusing. Oh yeah. Because it can be, okay. And I'll tell you what, chat, my cell phone does not like how cold it's been out here in the garage. It's been on the charger for like hours and it's not charged. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Of course, I've been on my phone a lot, but that's okay. It's another story for another day. Doesn't like the cold. Not sure why. Joke chat. Lots of TikTok, you know, scrolling the TikToks. Snapchatting with Carson, you know, those things, you know. But it's all good. I can't tell you how many times I've loaded my weather app in the past like 2 days. Nice, Sean. Very nice. The other day they said Denver went from 50 to 5 degrees in 2 hours. Like, dang. Although it was not quite as aggressive, but kind of the same here. Like, Dad and I ran out, you know, we went to the grocery store. And we weren't out that long per se. But like when we first got in the truck, it was, you know, about 25 degrees. By the time we came home, it was like 10. And it's like, no. With a negative 20 wind chill yesterday. And I was like, I am not built for this. I'm going in the house. Just saying. Not a fan. Way too cold, y'all. Way too cold, y'all. Way to like, wow, Kimmy. That's crazy. When this storm gets to you, you definitely know it. Or this cold front, or whatever you want to call it. You definitely know. You definitely know when it's there, you know? Holy cow. Let's look really fast. 96% charged on my phone. We're getting there, chat. Doesn't help I keep picking it up, so. Definitely need to stop doing that and let it charge, right? But what fun is that? I like looking around sometimes, like, at the temperature map, where you can just, like, see all the temperatures around the country. And, like, just seeing the differences, you know? But it's all good. Alright, we're going for a charged phone. Phone is back down. On the charger. See, it doesn't help, chat. I use a wireless charger out here, so if I pick up my phone, it stops charging. Oh. Yeah. Went out. Could have paid for DoorDash. Nice. I had a sandwich for lunch today, first time. Bought it yesterday at the grocery store. Is that guy just not getting emptied? Is that what's going on there? I really need that guy to get emptied. Otherwise, they're going to get, like, out of sync with each other, and that's not going to be good. Let's go empty them ourselves. We can't have the back combine going and running over the front combine, or vice versa, you know? Yeah. Oh no, Polar Bear. Polar Bear, that's awful. That's unfortunate, man. I bet you were. I bet you were freezing. Holy cow. That's horrible. No, thank you. No, thank you. So how cold was it in your room then this morning at 5? Didn't warm up till 1 p.m. Dang. Holy guacamole. Oh, I know. That's not good, Polar Bear. Definitely shouldn't leave your window open. Maybe you should close that tonight, you know? Oh my goodness. It's a little cold. A little chilly. He was a real polar bear. He wasn't a fake polar bear anymore. He was a real one. That's awful. Holy guacamole. Closed and locked. The angle of your attached equipment on screen. I have no idea what mod you're talking about. Oh goodness. I don't know what mod that is that tells you the angle of your equipment. I feel like the auger wagons are all playing favorites up there, by the way. They're all playing favorites to the other guys. Like, my pipe's out. Come empty me. Come on. They're playing favorites, chat. I don't like it. I'm not okay with it, alright? Wash. Left. Left. No. No. Bad left. Bad left. Everything has to be taken out of context now. At this point, honestly, I just don't know if I can even talk around certain people. Left's one of them, and Trent, because everything gets taken out of context and clipped out of context. To be honest, if they're around, I should just like not even talk, you know. Yeah, true, Mary, true. You're not wrong. We'll just have silent streams, chat. What do you think? I'll just like wave at you guys when you say hi in chat, okay? Try me, chat. Yeah.
Trent and Zach cheered X100. Yeah, not at all.
Yeah, exactly, Trent. Thanks for the bits. Appreciate them. I'm not going to have silent streams. That would be boring. That would be sad. I'd probably fall asleep. I don't need to see that. Don't need to see that. That's for sure. But it is what it is.
My listener wants me cleared X100, so there was a little snow out there. Did a certain driveway get cleared off today?
Well, their first time. Did our driveway get cleaned off today? No. Therefore, nobody's driveway got cleaned off by me today. I didn't go outside. I was not about to. I had no valid reason to go outside, so no. Thanks for the bits. Definitely no driveways were cleaned off here today. Not by me anyway. No thank you. Yeah, it was like dang old Santa was out there and, you know, hanging out with reindeer. It was so cold, okay? No thank you. Not about it. Not about it at all. Way too chilly out there for me, chat. So, no, I did not. And I did not get any text for anybody's. I'll just be transparent. I got no text today. Okay? Maybe she lost my phone number. You can only hope, right? Oh, man. New people are probably like, what is this guy talking about? New people are probably so lost. But I don't know. Do I need to tell the story again, chat? I kind of hope not. I kind of hope not. Santa! I don't want to watch that movie again. I watched Elf the other night, chat. Pretty good. Hit right, left. Not a bad idea. He definitely saved in his heart emojis. No, it's blushy face emojis. Come on. Get it right, Rox. If you're gonna make the joke. Blushy faces, bro. Gonna watch it. Haven't watched it this year. Nice. I should tell it. Lol. Thank you, Mrs. Professor and Tarant.